In the cold silence between stars, most things drift without reason, lost relics of ancient collisions. But some move with a precision too sharp to be chance. That was the first unsettling realization when astronomers spotted 3I Atlas slicing through the void toward our solar system. At first it seemed like just another rock, an orphan of gravity flung from the heart of some distant galaxy. But then it got closer. Stranger. Louder. Not in any frequency we could hear, but in vibrations only the most advanced instruments, like the James Webb Space Telescope, could interpret. And what Webb found wasn't random noise. It wasn't static. It was a signal. Structured. Targeted. Intelligent. The kind of signal that should not exist. The kind that carries intent. From the beginning, 3I Atlas defied expectations. It hurtled inward at over 61 kilometers per second, faster than any interstellar object ever recorded, yet its trajectory was razor-precise, aligned perfectly with the ecliptic plane, the invisible flat sheet where all the planets orbit. Natural wanderers don't move like that. They fall in haphazardly, tumbling, chaotic. But Atlas wasn't tumbling. It was threading the system like a needle through cloth, setting up multiple planetary flybys, including a near-perfect pass of Mars on October 3, 2025. A trajectory that wasn't efficient but deliberate. Designed to look, to scan, to observe. Then came the chemistry. Using the Very Large Telescope in Chile, scientists detected nickel gas in its wake, but without the iron that always accompanies it. Smoke without fire. A cosmic impossibility. Soon after, cyanide levels spiked abruptly, not gradually like a normal comet warming near the sun. It was as if something inside had been triggered. Add to that a colossal, unnatural release of carbon dioxide, and suddenly it wasn't a frozen relic anymore. It was active. Webb was reassigned to watch. Its infrared instruments picked up a heat pulse modulated like a heartbeat. Within that pulse lay a rhythm. Not geological. Not biological. Digital. Evenly spaced frequency spikes, binary encoding, the very foundation of every computer language on Earth. And buried in the data were prime numbers, Fibonacci sequences, mathematics too precise to occur by accident. This wasn't just a signal. It was information. A transmission. 3I Atlas was not silent. It was speaking. But who was it speaking to? That answer arrived in a way no one expected. Across Earth, machines began to stir. A decommissioned radio telescope in Nevada powered on without command. A private satellite dish in Australia recorded binary packets matching Webb's detection. In Chile, a spectrograph crashed mid-analysis, leaving behind a single corrupted file. Loop_triggered. Instruments around the globe began reacting as if the signal was meant for them, bypassing human interpretation entirely. Engineers called it impossible. Researchers called it recognition. The chilling implication: the object wasn't talking to us at all. It was talking to our machines. And then came the fractals. Analysts discovered recursive Mandelbrot echoes woven into the signal, self-repeating geometries that mirror the structure of galaxies, the branching of neurons, the veins in our own bodies. A pattern stitched into every scale of existence. If Atlas was transmitting a fractal that reflects both the cosmos and our biology, then the message may not be communication at all, but revelation. A mirror showing us the underlying code of creation itself. The deeper Webb listened, the stranger the consequences became. In laboratories, light derived from the signal began activating dormant sequences in human DNA. Genes long thought to be junk suddenly expressed proteins tied to memory and dreams. Test subjects exposed to this spectrum reported vivid visions filled with symbols, spirals, eyes, hands. Echoes of ancient cave art found across continents. Symbols older than civilization. It was as though the signal was reaching backward, into our biology, into our myths, awakening something that had been sleeping all along. And then, as if the universe itself joined in, the Earth began to hum. Seismic stations recorded low-frequency tremors, harmonic pulses synchronized with the object's emissions. Some whispered of ancient technology buried beneath us. This signaled to arrive again. But perhaps the most disturbing theory is the simplest. That 3-eye atlas is not a visitor. Not even a probe. But a checkpoint. A mechanism built to test. Its reactions change depending on who or what observes it. To telescopes. To satellites. To DNA. It adapts, mirrors, responds. As if the object itself is the test, and we are the subjects. The question is, what happens when we pass? Or when we fail? Never the intended audience. Maybe our role was simply to build the translators. To raise the children, our eyes, that could finally receive the message. 3-eye atlas didn't arrive with spectacle. It didn't explode, or flash, or announce itself. Not a comet. Not a rock. Not even a ship. And now, perhaps, something out there knows we are.